Hello, welcome to another exciting episode on Beyond Board podcast. My name is Onya Dave, and with me in the house is
Still the guy with two English names, David Richard, right here with you.
all right, guys. So today we're going to be talking about indecent dressing or loss. What do we mean by that? Would you say that a woman's appearance has a lot to do with how she's being addressed or, the attention she gets from men? Would you attach the two together?
Let's say you need to be, you will be addressed the way you dress. There's this saying that goes, you're addressed the way you dress. If someone is to dress openly, showing all the curves, like not just showing all the curves, like showing some sensitive parts in her body, we all know what someone would call that. Or someone would just walk up to her and be like, that's, I don't know if you understand what I mean. They'll be like, that's a street lady.
Okay.
It's kind of like being addressed the way you're dressed. But when it comes to, is it indecent dressing or lost? I feel it's kind of more of lost, I would say, for the young men. Let me use lost for the young men. And I feel for the old men that are not myopic in nature, it's indecent dressing. So it's kind of like a two-way thing. For some old men, it's lost. For some old men, it's indecent dressing. For most young men, it's lost.
I would say loss is loss either ways, whether or not you're old or you're young. Loss is loss. I wouldn't want to qualify it based on age. I wouldn't want to do that. And saying that how you are dressed, yes, I understand. For a woman, of course, how you are dressed, sometimes really matters. But then again, there are situations where you are still covered up, you're still properly dressed, and you're still being lusted after by men. Now, for instance, you go to the market as a lady. Of course, most women, when they go to the market, they are usually very covered up, maybe with their house clothes, very covered up, decently dressed. They go to the market, and then you still see, these market guys trying to, holler at you. They start whistling, baby girl, all those uncouth words, so to say. They start dragging you to the side or, tapping you, baby girl, look at me, those kind of things. I don't really think dressing has to do with, how you are dressed in that instance. Don't get me wrong, in that instance. Yeah, because I feel a man that does not want to have sense will not have sense, irrespective. You cannot say
this
because
one that you're just hitting on men with sense.
Yeah, because we're
understand.
indecent dressing in our society that we are. They usually attach indecent dressing to women's appearance because you can't really say that to a man, right? Unless, of course, he's what was it called? Is it transgender or cross dresser? Maybe he wants to start dressing like a woman or all of that. But it's different. They attach indecent dressing to mostly women. Yeah. So, but I don't think it's fair to say how a woman is dressed means that you should be hollering at her or say some slow words, calling her a whore because she's dressed like, the way she's dressed, maybe because her boobs are exposed or her thighs are exposed. You just assume that, okay, she's saying, come at me, come and, have a taste of me. I don't think so. Unless, of course, you are not properly trained as a man. That's why you get carried away because of how a woman's body is, her shape, her boobs, her thighs, and everything. You get lusted. And that's a sin, guys. That is a sin. You need the Holy Spirit to cleanse your mind. You need the Holy Spirit to cleanse. You really do. Because, look at, in the Western world, yeah, they have a period what they call the summertime.
Yeah.
See, you see them practically naked, wearing bikini and all of that, skimpy dresses. Would you come and start saying that they are indecent because of how they appear? No, you won't say that because that is their culture. Their culture permits that. It's a normal thing. I'm not saying that you still don't have some crazy dudes out there that still want to lust after, them and all of that, but it is a normal thing. But let's bring it down to, our own society here, where when you wear skimpy things like short skirts, that your thighs are all out, your boobs are all out, and you're looking all crazy. I mean, our society frowns at it quite all right. But you see this more and more gaining popularity on social media where women don't really care. I mean, I feel like we are embracing ourselves now as women. Like, this is us. Accept us the way we are. We are not the cause of your problem. If you have a problem with how a woman is dressed, it is you. It is your mental problem, your psychological issues that you have. You need to deal with those issues. I feel like, and I like it. Honestly, I like it. Like, I like to see that women, they are not ashamed to show themselves like, this is me. This is who I am. This is me in all my glory as a woman. Accept it and deal with it. That it's not because I'm trying to gain your attention or I'm soliciting anything or asking you to come and sleep with me. No. I mean, in most cases, it's because they just want to be women. Society should allow women be women, you know?
Wow. Society should allow women be women.
Yeah.
But in some cases, like I used that term before, you dress the way you want to be addressed. And the reason why I am hitting on that term is, like you said, the Western world. This is actually not the Western world.
I know.
This is actually Africa. And we, it's kind of like our parents groomed us in a certain way, like the way they brought us up. And they would want us, it's kind of like if you dress in a kind of way, you're bringing shame to your family name. That's the way most people, somebody will be like, for this one mine now, in mama fi say born pikin. Most people do that. They see a lady dressing in some kind of way or some guys in some kind of way, and they'll be like, they'll start throwing abusive words to that person behind their backs. Well, to me, I don't deem it as indecent dressing. I deem it as a man who wants to lust, like you said, will still lust. If you like, cover yourself from head to toe. A man who wants to lust after a woman will still lust. But about 80% of lust is being tied down to dressing, the woman's dress code these days. About 80%. I wouldn't say 90% because it's not. About 80% of a man lusting after a woman is being tied down to their dressing. I don't know if anyone will agree with me, but it is because when a woman, you can see a woman dressing, or some men are fond of a woman dressing classy. A woman dressing classy attracts some men. When you dress classy, official, it pulls men to you. And there are some women that won't have the curves, won't have all the curves, but what they're putting on at that particular point in time pulls attention.
Sorry, please, can I cut you right here? Where you talk about how a woman dresses, it pulls men to them. Please, can we not attach a woman's appearance to men? Is it possible that we can separate the two? Like, if I dress, it's because of me.
Yes.
It's like, no, it's because of me. But if you start saying that the way I'm dressed is because I want to pull men to me, now you're subjecting me to a kind of, I don't know, a class, or you're making me like a lesser being compared to men. But it's wrong. It's wrong.
In some cases, some people dress to impress. Yeah. Some cases, some people dress to impress. They dress to like, okay, I'm going to the office today. I want to look my best. Someone might have, let's say, a spec in the office that she's trying to pull. There are different ways at which this thing works. Someone might have someone in the office or a place where they're going to that they want to pull with. They want to pull with their body. Like we all know, yes, this is Africa. A woman cannot just walk up to a guy and be like, "Hey, guy, I like you. I love you. I want to be with you." But there are things a woman can do that would pull that man's attention to her without him, without, let's say she's been trying as much as possible for him to notice her and he is not.
That man is being lustful. That's just a word for it. The man
That
is
is
being
what I'm
lustful.
saying.
Because
It's the same thing we're
if I know
saying.
that men are what was the word for it now? Like they are attracted toward the sea, right? They are attracted toward the sea. First of all, I know that men are they are visual beings. That is it. They are visual beings. Yeah, I understand that. But if you are attracted to a woman because of how she's appeared or she's dressed, maybe because her boobs are all out or her bum is, is all curvy, her shape is all there in your face, you can see everything. You're attracted to her based on that. You're being lustful. And it's
practically...
no. It's practically what?
No, just finish.
Like you're being lustful. You cannot come and tell me that. Like I understand that some women actually dress sometimes because they want to gain attention from the opposite sex. Yeah. Sometimes it might not even be the opposite sex too. It might be same sex. Yeah. So don't come and start assuming it's just for men. But let's just say in our society now, yeah, that women dress because they want to gain attention from the opposite sex. Is not all the time. It's not all the time.
Like I said, 80%.
Yeah, it's not all the time. But 80% self is even still very high. It's very high. Don't come and say 80% of the time that a woman dresses because she wants attention. That is not true. It is not true. Me like this,
the reason why I said 80%.
Me like this. I love clothing. Oh my goodness. I love fashion. The idea of fashion, putting things together, and just look good. I love it. And I love it because that is the kind of person I am. I love to look good. Will you come and say the fact that I love to look good is because I want attention from the opposite sex? No, that's not true. Giving it that figure, unless of course there've been some analysis, a proper researched paper or I don't know, scientific figure that has been carried out, a research that has been carried out, and then they've said this number of percentage, 80% of women, then I'll believe you. But if you're just assuming, I'm sorry, 80% is too high. It's too high a figure.
Okay, back to what I was saying.
No.
Back to what I was saying on the 80%, and practically we're saying almost the same thing. Now, when I say 80% of our generation these days, women, including men, dress to impress. Take it or leave it.
Now you're talking now.
Yes.
Because initially you said 80% of women. You did not say men.
No, like right now, I'm trying to narrow it down.
Still, giving
I'm
it
trying
a
to narrow
figure,
it down both to the men and the women.
But giving it a figure without its scientific backing, to me, I feel like is too much. Let's not place a figure to it because
this is actually
we have not done research.
This is actually the 21st century.
You guys, we have not done research. So he's just based on his own opinion.
It's not actually.
So don't take his words for it.
Not.
Do you have proof?
It's actually a true thing in this society.
Is there a scientific proof?
If you're going to a party, let's say you're going to a party. I was using the office for instance. Let me finish with the office. Let's say someone is trying, a man or a woman. Now let me go both ways. If a man is trying to impress a lady, he dresses sleek to the office. If a woman is trying to gain a man's attention and that man has not been observing her, she finds another way. She changes her dress code. And when she gets that attention, she holds it. Now, I'm sorry to say this, but women have the way of doing their thing when they want something. I don't know if you agree with me, but women have a way of doing their thing when they want something. Now, narrowing down to dressing and 80%. If you're going to a party per se, and most definitely you would meet exotic people there. let's say a dinner party. Now, you wouldn't want to look less. You want to look flawless. You want to look your best. Now, giving the public your best at that point in time pulls the attraction of men to you, being a woman. Now, you would just say, okay, I want to look flawless, because in going to every occasion, I'm sorry to say this, but women have this tendency of having another woman there that would compete with them when it comes to dressing. Now, you would want to look flawless, and when you do that, it pulls attention to you. Not just attention from one end, let's say from the opposite sex. It pulls attention from different, like from the both sex, but male and female. Some people will come to you to compliment, wow, I love what you're putting on. I love the style. I love the make. I love this. I love that. While some will walk up to you and be like,
But at the end of
wow.
the day, right? You dress the way you're dressed because you did it for you.
Like
You
I
did it for
said,
you.
like I
At the
said,
end of the
you
day,
want to
me,
look flawless.
I just feel like, there are instances. Of course, there are instances where you're going to really matters. No, let's now come back to our topic: indecency, indecent dressing. There are places where you would, of course, you would want to go to that you would need to be very covered up, look, or clean shaved, your boobs are not exposed. Places like church, you're going to church. Of course, if you're going to church, you will not wear a short mini skirt and your boobs are all hanging, even though nowadays it's like people don't care. People don't even have the fear of God anymore. They wear skimpy things, short dresses, tight body, clingy dresses. Now, I'm not even saying that, that is bad. I'm not the one to judge. I'm not God. I mean, but from my own upbringing, like how I was raised, they'll tell you have to look decent. You have to wear a proper dress that will cover every part of your body, to go and worship your maker, right? But a lot of people don't care about that, and that's fine. That is fine. I'm not the one to judge. Let God handle that. But then again, yeah, if you're going to a business meeting, to present, and you know that you would you want them to listen to you. You don't want to dress in a distracting way where your boobs are all hanging, your skirts is really short, or you're not clean shaved, or your nails are very dirty, it's not looking kept, your hair is not combed or brushed as a man, and then you have bad breath and all of that, or you're just looking very unkept. Of course, you will not want to do that to yourself, because you know that you have to look professional. You know what you're aiming to get at the end of the day. You're trying to command attention. Commanding attention, apart from the things you say, how you appear really, really, really matters, right? So I feel like it encompasses the whole of that. How you dress, how you keep yourself together as a human being really, really, really matters, depending on the situation. And then again, too, there are other situations where religion too comes into play. In this part of the world where we have, the Muslim culture, where women tend to, they're all covered up with a scarf, hijab, and everything. Yeah, in those instances, as a Muslim woman, you have to wear hijab, you have to be covered up, no body parts exposed. I mean, that is good and fine. That is good and fine. That does not mean that if you want to start wearing short skirts, I don't know, but I'm just saying, if you want to wear short skirts, the society will, kick against it. Just be you, be authentic, but also respect the climb that you find yourself at all times. It's very, very, very important. Right.
To me, I'm still standing on that fact that most people dress, I would say most people, because the society at which we live in today is all about competition. It's the facts. It's all about competition. I don't want this guy to look better than I am. I don't want, I would want to impress this lady. I'm going somewhere. I want to look flawless. I'm going out. I want to look my best. I can dress sleek and stay in my house if I want to.
So you're saying that you dress decently because of competition. Is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying about me. I'm saying about most things that happen in the world in
Okay,
this
so
society these days.
how do you attach that to lust? How do you attach that to lust?
Now, attaching that to lust. Thank you for this question. Now, let's say a night gathering, like a party, not a dinner party this time around, like let me say like a party,
Mm-hmm.
like the kind of midnight party, hanging out party, that kind of thing. And me as a man, or should I say a woman, let me start with a woman and I'll come to the man. Me, a woman would know that there might be people, like there will be high class people at this occasion, or no, let me use it occasion. There will be high class people at this party, and I would want to impress them. I want to gain their attention. She would have to dress in a way at which a man would look at her and be like, wow, I would go for this lady. And that causes lust. The dressing at which she puts on to that party, would create an avenue for lust. That's one. Yes, I know fully well that, okay, I'm going to a top-notch party held by a politician, and there will be men that really matters, and I as a lady will want to impress. In all circumstance, I would want them to look at me. I want to get their attention. Not necessarily for them to like come to me and say, I want to have you for the night. It might be for a business deal. The dress code might be, please look at me. I want to get your attention. And when she gets their attention, she seizes it. She holds it and hold on to it and takes it down to business. Taking it down to business is maybe she wants a contract being sealed, or there's a business she wants to establish, and she needs that particular person's attention.
Please,
for that business.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Maybe we're confused here, but what do you term as loss?
Lust is having a feeling, like it's actually a kind of like a feeling, an image you create in your mind for someone you're not close to. You can just see someone and be like, wow, this person, I want to go after this person, I want to date with this person, I want to date this person, I want to sleep. Lust can be defined as so many things. Like you see someone, you're lusting after the person. Like, how will I put it? Should I say, I don't want to use animal term because it will be inhuman for me. For men, lusting after a woman is like, I'm trying to now boil it down to where I don't want to go to. But lust per se is having an indecent picture in mind about someone. Okay. And having things in mind you want to do to someone.
Let me just hold on to that word, indecent picture, of the words indecent picture. You know what I'm asking you?
Yeah.
Because you said that when a woman goes in, to present for a meeting, and then she dresses a certain way and she catches the attention of, the person she wants to catch the attention, and then she locks it in and try to gain some business deals and all of that. So now as a man, if all what I'm thinking about is how I want to do some terrible things to this woman, and she has shown some green light, you think at that point in time, I'll be thinking about the business deal that she has to offer, or the business ideas that she has to offer? I don't think so. It all boils down
back to the woman.
No, I'm driving down to something. I think that is where we have situation at work where you see, the boss going after his employee, his staff, right? We have that a lot. And I feel like our society is encouraging that per se because we give into unnecessary pressure. Listen, as a woman, yeah, if you want to gain attention, if you want to get attention, you don't need to dress inappropriately. You don't need to. See, most men are wowed by what you have upstairs, not by the size of your boobs, the size of your butt, or the shape. I've not struggled with them saying that they want to have anything behind the proposal I'm presenting. Well, thank God, because they listen to what I have to offer first. I think the times where women will struggle with that, with getting the attention of the opposite sex, right, is maybe because they don't have anything to offer, or maybe because they actually want to use their body in the first place to get that contract. But if you know your worth, if you know that, see, this thing they cannot do without it, let me tell you, that man will listen to you.
Speaking as an African man here, you're a woman. I know you. I don't know you from Adam, and you want to get my attention to talk about a business deal. Now, a business deal that I know that, okay, I haven't heard it. It's not yet open. No one knows it. And yes, you know that if this thing goes into the market, it's going to sell. And you want to get my attention. And I'm a very busy person. I move around a lot. And you need my attention because you know I can make it work. First of all, what is the step you feel you will take?
What do you mean the step I feel I will take? What step do I need to take?
For a woman, the first thing she would do is to get the man's attention.
By doing what?
Anyhow she want to get his attention.
No, you have to say, by doing what?
Now, if you say I should say, that means you want to contradict me to like, okay, maybe I should tell them to go maybe have something intimate to do with the man.
Far from it.
No.
But what do they need to do?
Now, for a woman to get that kind of man's attention,
yeah,
she needs to do something.
Like what?
That will pull the attention.
Like what?
It might be maybe from her dressing or maybe from the way she walks. Most men are being moved by what they see. Now, let's say your dressing pulls me to you and I'm, hello, young lady. How are you? I would like to know you. Now you've gotten my attention. You don't need to come and tell me that, Oga, I've been trying to get your attention or this or that. You don't need to. Now you've gotten my attention. The next thing, I will be the one to ask for your number. When I ask for that number, okay, please, can I have your number? You give me the number. And when I have the number, you've accomplished your aim.
Guys.
Now, accomplishing that aim, the next thing you will go on to is to be like, okay, I have this business.
Unfortunately,
with you.
I don't share that opinion with you at all.
Yeah, you don't share that opinion with me.
Let me just give my final words.
Actually,
let me give my final words. Guys, listen, if you're a lady watching this, you know your words. I'm emphasizing on your words. You know your onions. You know that you have something to offer other than your body. Don't fall into this stereotype, this myopic thinking that you have to, dress loosely in order to gain attention. You don't need to do that. Unless, of course, you're doing it for your own self. First of all, it has to be something that you want to do. Like, that's just how you want to appear. Not because you want to gain attention. Especially if you have something to offer that they cannot do without. Sell your point. Sell that idea.
But before selling that point,
I
still stand by that. Before selling that point,
so let me finish. Let me
actually need to get the attention of the person.
Let me land.
And how do you get the
Let me land. It's my final point.
No, answer this. How do you get the attention?
But it's my guys. He doesn't want me to talk.
How do you get the attention of someone?
It's my final point,
that
guys. Really?
You want to sell a business.
I don't need to wear skimpy dresses.
And you want to get that person's attention. And this person is actually not giving you the attention. that you
I
need.
don't need to wear skimpy dresses.
It's not by skimpy
I can wear
dresses.
hijab. I can wear buba, Iran buba, provided that what I have is something I know that they cannot do without.
This
and
is something you
sell
feel that
my
they cannot
points.
do with that. And
I
that has
sell
to
my
do with their
points.
company. Let's say that has to do with their company.
I sell
Let's
my
say it's
points.
something that you want to bring into the society.
I don't need to dress skippily for you to see that. If you cannot hear me out, hear my points, hear what I have to offer, then I don't need you. The same thing with men. Would you say that if a man is going to sell a business deal, he has to wear boxers? Or he has to be macho before
if a man is going to sell a business point, he has to
why are
look
you putting
sleek.
women in that box?
No,
why are you
if
saying that a woman should wear skimpy things or look
men are moved by what they
I
see.
don't know. Look
Now,
in a certain way
now
in order for them to sell their business idea. It's wrong.
To sell a business to me,
it's wrong.
I will most definitely look at that woman and listen to her.
Then you have a problem.
Now, if a man is coming to me to sell a business idea to me,
you have a problem.
I would look at the man's dressing. The man has to look sleek. The man has to look what he wants to sell.
You have a problem.
You need to look at what you want to sell.
You have a problem as a man.
If you want to sell something, you have to look what you want to sell.
All right.
To prove your points.
All right, guys. We've come to the end of this episode of Indecent Dressing or Lost. See, this one, I want to hear your comments. I want to hear your comments, your review on this, and your take, your stand. Please tell me if I'm wrong that indecent dressing, dressing a certain way will get you, to the top. Please, I need to hear your point. I need to hear your point on this one. It's very important.
All right, guys. Don't take it that dressing in a certain way will take you to the top. I never said that. I was only proving the point, which I still prove, that if you are trying to get something, an attention, particularly attention, there are things that will be done, be it a woman or a man. I would want to know your reviews, your takes, comments on this particular episode. Please, it's really, really, really important on this. So please, we would like you to keep watching, and we thank you for watching, subscribing, and commenting on our videos. But don't just subscribe. Also click the notification button so you would know when interesting things like this come up next time. You can do that on YouTube at Beyond Bold. And follow us on all social media platforms: Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and many more at Beyond Bold Podcasts. And also, interesting topics like this was brought to us by one of our fans and viewers. You can also send these topics, contributions to our website at www.beyondboldpodcast.com. Until next time, I still remain that guy with 2 English names, David Richard. And still here in the studio with me, I have
your girl. You already know what it is, you guys. I'm still hyper because you got me all riled up. Your girl on your Dave in the house. See you guys next time. Ciao. Bye.